your relationship with food, whether you're trying to lose or put on weight, needs to be healthy. Always. Whether you're trying to lose or put on, it needs to be a healthy relationship with food. And you should never deem it as a punishment. So you shouldn't overeat, you shouldn't undereat intentionally to make yourself feel guilty or feel better about something.
I saw like a lot of people saying that. I use it as good marketing.
Listen, as soon as I saw my thing was blowing up, the first thing I did was, I need to picture my uniform. David Lloyd, bang, I'm based in West London.
Yeah, bro.
Shout me.
You got to.
I just literally like, no motives.
Just
stop, like no motives at all. Just literally college, gym, work. That cycle, that discipline just kept my head down for about 6 to 8 months and then put on some good sites. Like when I first started off, I was about 67 kg.
Yeah.
Blew up to about 75 in a couple months.
When did you start thinking, okay, cool, I can make something out of this in terms of like a career or like a hustle? Yeah.
To be honest, this was always plan B.
Okay.
This was never really plan A.
Okay. So what's plan A then? What's going on, people, man? You're tuning into episode 16 of the It's Not Easy podcast, man. We've got a new guest in the room. We've got Thomas in the room. How you doing, bro?
I'm all good, man. I'm all good. Yourself?
All good, you know. All smooth, man. How you feeling today, man? How you feeling this week?
I'm good. You know what? I'll come off a good win on the weekend. We beat Tottenham.
yeah.
Anytime after win, I'm in a good mood.
Yeah.
Start off the week with a nice little W. So
that was a big win, man.
It was needed.
Like it felt like a monumental win. That.
Like, there's not many cup finals left. 3 more cup finals. Hopefully win all 3.
Yeah. And it felt like a huge win. Yeah, it felt like, and it also felt like a huge moment for Saka as well, man.
He needed that.
He needed that, man.
He needed it. Still.
The slack that he's been getting recently.
He needed it.
About the running,
The last few weeks, he's not been at his best.
Yeah.
So he needed that performance yesterday. He was good, man.
Yeah. And the way, and like, I'd even say like it's the first performance of his in a while where he looked fresh. Like he felt like he looked like he was ready. Like he didn't look like he was. Do
you know what? I think the way Spurs plays into our hands. They play extremely high up.
Yeah.
Leave tons of space in behind, and obviously that's how he got his goal, just running in behind.
Exactly.
Haven't spotted him, and then so I think the way they set up played into our hands.
100%.
And that's when Saka he just saw him at his best.
Yeah, and it was so refreshing, like to see us have space in behind again. When the last time we had that, man?
You know, a lot of teams nowadays.
Even against City, like we didn't have that.
Yeah, a lot of teams
nowadays. That's
the
best team in the league. Like deep. So. Nah,
Spurs they play suicide the ball, innit?
Yeah, I mean, they play their ball, so fair play to them. Yeah. But let's start with some quick fire questions though. Yeah,
go for it.
Get us ball rolling. You know they say you got to warm up first, innit? Alright, cool. Go for it. So, time or money?
Time.
Damn, yeah. Why?
Time. Because if you use it wisely, you can make a lot of money.
I always want to know what people say about that. Yeah, I hate that. Cool. A vacation or a trip with the lads?
Vacation.
For real, yeah.
Vacation.
I'm on you on that one still.
Nothing wrong with going out with the lads.
Of course. Yeah. You been to any?
No comment.
Hey, yeah, but flowing. I hear you, bro. Alright, cool. So, a treble or the whole season unbeaten?
I'm gonna say treble because we've already done the other.
Yeah, cool.
We've already done the other. I'll say treble.
I hear you. Okay, cool. Are you a morning session person or an evening session person?
Afternoon.
Ooh.
Afternoon.
So what time though? Like,
if I can get one in around midday, I'm good. Morning, no.
You don't like mornings?
Do you know? Recently, I've started doing it.
Yeah.
So me and one of my boys, we started getting in the morning like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm sluggish. I'm even like a zombie, but I'm trying. I used to be a 2 a.m. person. Wow. It's crazy. So I've done all 3. I've experimented with everything, but this is the calm middle ground for me now. Afternoon, yeah.
So wait, on that the 2 a.m. sessions, like, is it like? I'm assuming quiet gym.
It's just being the cleaners, and then the scary Eastern Europeans, and then it's just us lot in there.
You just lock in, innit?
Just lock in, zoned out. It's easy for filming content as well.
Yeah,
so content back then during those hours as well.
It's a lot easier for that, innit?
And the gym's just quiet. You ain't got to ask people how many sets you got left. You just do your thing. So
that's serious. So, alright, cool. Working out with a friend or solo?
Depends on my mood.
You know what I mean? I hear that.
But if I had to pick one, I'll probably lean more towards working out with a friend.
Okay.
It depends on my mood, but I'll say more towards working out with a friend.
I hear you still. Yeah. Cool. And the last one, this is quite an interesting one. Prime Zlatan or Prime Suarez?
Ooh. That's a tight one.
And why as well?
Prime Zlatan or Suarez. Do you know what? I'm gonna go Suarez.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Suarez. I think longevity wise, you could probably lean towards Zlatan because he was winning leagues at Ajax. I think when he was like in his early 20s.
Yeah, 1920.
He's gone to Juve. He's gone to Inter. He's gone to Barca. He's won
Everything,
everywhere.
everywhere,
Even
yeah.
at 35, he came to England
And still did his thing.
Still score goals. But I just think Suarez on his best day
is unreal.
better
They're both
than-
unplayable when
yeah.
they're both fighting, but
Suarez on his best day, and I'm Ghanaian, and we know what he done with the handball. So I hold the God, but even I got to admit, Suarez on his best day.
Suarez day.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'd probably just edge it Suarez still.
cool.
Yeah,
That makes sense. I think I'd go Suarez, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like, you know when he was like, I think maybe it's like to be fair, it's tough, man. But I think I'd go Suarez because Suarez I think is a more complete player in terms of like even like the intricate parts of the game, the link up, the passing move and finishing, even like his hold up play was good. Like he was good at everything.
he was.
But same as Zlatan as well, though.
I think Zlatan's like 6'4", 6'5",
Yeah.
but the way he moves,
Yeah.
and
But then-
everything,
yeah.
his acrobatics and stuff
Exactly.
is crazy for a man his size.
And then you'd maybe even say, but Zlatan, he probably don't have that threat in behind like Suarez could do at the time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's probably where they might edge it. But yeah.
It's fine margins, isn't
Yeah,
it? Yeah.
it's two legends though. But let's get into it, man. I wanted to start like kind of taking it a bit further back. I wanted to ask you like, what was your first like experience or memory of like fitness of you growing up? And how did it like kind of grow and mature as
I
you got
think
older?
my first experience was probably school gym. So when I was young, I used to do PGCSE.
Okay.
And one of the benefits of that is we got to have access to the school gym.
Yeah.
So just go in there, do some pull-ups, press up, just play around a little bit, grab
Yeah.
like an 8 kg dumbbell, thinking you're
Yeah, you're a big guy.
a big guy. But yeah, it was just fun for me at the start, and obviously just spending extra time in the gym to try and get better at other sports that I was doing. But that's probably my first early experiences, and as you get older, you take it a bit more seriously.
Yeah.
And
So
go
like,
from there.
when would you say like was a moment when you started taking it seriously? Like, you started thinking, okay, cool, like, there's something here.
When I started paying for it.
Yeah.
When I got my gym membership and I started paying for it, then because you got to get your value for money.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why I started taking it seriously. But if you mean in terms of what, like physique, PTing, or how do you mean?
Let's start off with just like on a personal level, like physique, like when you start taking it seriously. Okay, cool. You notice like I want to be the best version of myself.
I would say in my first 6 months of training at a gym. I would say, yeah, my first.
Like, how old
6
are you?
months. 25.
No, as in
When I first started.
Yeah, first started.
When I first started in the gym, I was 18.
Okay, so
18.
from there, 18.
Yeah, I was 18 when I first started.
Is there like an age that you'd recommend though that at the start? And I've always heard that like, oh, at certain ages you should let them grow first and stuff.
I think 18 is a good age.
18, but yeah.
But I think when you're young, always try and be active. So whether that's through sport or whether that's through calisthenics, just push-ups and stuff like that, always try and be active as a kid. You'll take those good habits with you as you get older.
Yeah,
so
yeah, 100%.
I think it's important to just try and be active as a kid, 100%.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
from weight training and from a gym standpoint, I think 18 is a good
18
age.
18
Yeah,
is
18 is
yeah.
a good age, I'd say.
Yeah. So on the timeline, 18, you start going gym, you start flowing. And then it's built from there. And you just start.
Yeah, so...
When did you become the guy that, okay, yeah, Thomas is blam?
I'd say in my first 6 to 8 months of training.
Okay.
So I just literally no motives.
Yeah, this
No motives at all. Just literally college, gym, work. That cycle, that discipline just kept my head down for about 6 to 8 months, and then put on some good sites. Like when I first started off, I was about 67 kg.
Yeah.
Blew up to about 75 in a couple months.
That's
And
it.
it's put on some good sites from it.
So what kind of pushed you, or I'd say, or motivated you to be at discipline at that age as well?
Good question, I've always had good genetics.
Yeah.
And when I was playing around in the gym when I was young, when I was 15, I saw a bit of size, and I thought, if I take this thing seriously, it's peak.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling myself. So I started taking it more seriously, and the more results you get, the more you kind of just want to keep going.
More
on
motivated
and
to go
going
further,
on.
innit? Yeah.
I want to start setting targets to lift this and to do that.
Yeah.
And that was literally it, man.
Nah, that's serious. That's serious though. And then from there, I guess it grew. When did you start thinking, okay, cool, I can make something out of this in terms of a career
Career-wise,
or a hustle? Yeah, how did you start? How did that start coming into play?
To be honest, this was always plan B.
Okay.
This was never really plan A.
Okay. So what's plan A then?
Plan A, so I wanted to do psychology.
Okay.
I wanted to do psychology at uni and be a psychologist. And
I hear you.
yeah, life went full circle.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Yeah,
and,
I hear you, man.
yeah, this happened to be plan B. And yeah, with this, I'd say maybe a year before lockdown is when I started to think, okay, do you know what? In the near future, whilst I was at uni, I was thinking this ain't really for me. I was thinking in the near future, this is what I want to really start focusing on.
Yeah. So would you say that, like, you know, the plan A, as you called it, like, would you say it was more of a, like, you found out a bit later that it's not really for you, or like, how would you say, like,
What, in regards to uni?
yeah, like, how did you pivot, or why did you pivot?
I think I would never advise anyone against education,
Of course.
but I just think if you're going to go to university, make sure it's in a career and field where it's fundamental. And for when my interest started to lie, it wasn't fundamental. And naturally, I'm a more practical person. I like working. I like meeting people. I don't really like studying.
Yeah.
So it was just, for me, counterproductive. The attendance wasn't as good as it should have been.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
And obviously the money you're paying as well. So just weighing up everything. And
Yeah.
from there, I just thought, you know what? It's not for me. Obviously, West African parents.
Yeah, of course.
You know how it
doesn't
is.
go down too well,
It didn't go down
yeah.
too well. But sometimes you just got to be selfish and just do what works for you, man.
You got to
be selfish sometimes. So yeah,
it's quite interesting, like, because I hear that quite a lot, and it's like, me personally, like, in the phase where you're picking your options and your course for university, and I'd heard like bare stories about like, if you go and you don't do something that you enjoy, you end up not liking it and stuff. So I was quite selfish from early on. So I went to university. I did sport journalism.
Okay,
that's something I just loved. Like, me, like, I loved ball. I loved reading articles. I loved to see the people in the punditry. Like, I loved seeing reporters. I thought, no, I'm going to do it. And my dad at the time was like, bro, like, it's not really seem something that has a big longevity, and it doesn't seem like something there's a lot of money in. But I was like, I'm gonna do it, man. And whatever happens, that can happen. And granted, like, I pivoted from there now. I'm now, like, I work in PR, but it was still like an element of, like, I wanted to do that, so I want to go ahead and do it. And then I think that helped me see me through. So, like, if
do you regret it now?
No, I don't.
Okay.
As, like, a lot of the skills that I picked up in doing that even helps in my passion now. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to edit, ask questions, and interview, like, you know what I mean? So a lot of those skills I've been able to bring through. But no, like, it's interesting that you say that. But yeah. So on the timeline though, we're still on that timeline, yeah? So you said is 2019 now?
When I first started training?
No, I said
in
the year before.
So I first started training, I think it was, God, my head, 2016, I think it was.
Yeah. And then
2016, yeah, 2016.
Yeah. And then the so along the journey, how did the, like, personal training kind of come into it? How did you, like, pivot into the personal training?
Very, very natural. As in, it will just be training in the gym. Yeah. Someone asking me in the gym, for example, how do you do this? How do you do that? To build this and whatever. And naturally, I found I was quite decent at teaching. Yeah. Just give someone a quick 2 pointers on how to tweak something in their technique. Yeah. And then, from then I just went and got myself qualified.
Okay.
If you're good at something, you should always try and monetize it and don't do it for free. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so the papers for it.
Got myself qualified.
How was that process though of doing the training and so on and so forth for it?
It was cool, a little bit frustrating because once I got myself qualified, obviously lockdown had come as well. Shortly after, gyms are closed. Yeah. So it's like you're taking a big step forwards and now you've got to take a whole load of steps back because your environment to work in is basically shut, and obviously restrictions, we weren't allowed out. They'll do things like 2 people at a time. It was just it was hard in it. So it was hard, man.
How did you, like, power through that then and come through to the other side, like where you are now?
I don't know, you know. I couldn't tell you. I think I'm quite focused, and let's just say there's a few people I want to prove wrong.
Okay.
So because of that, I
You go in, you go ham.
Because obviously choosing to leave uni wasn't a popular decision.
I hate you.
So I need to now make them see why I left and justify my actions, basically.
Now I hear that stuff. That's serious. We touched upon the being a PT. What's the most enjoyable thing about, like, helping people reach their goals? Or being
it'll be things like, let's say, for example, they're wearing different clothes than they used to. Yeah. All of a sudden now they're talking about maybe girls before that they weren't talking about, but you can see that their confidence is starting to build.
That's serious.
That's the nice thing about PTs. When you see people actually change physically, verbally.
Yeah.
See a little bit of cockiness to them as well. It's cool. It's cool.
You know, that's so deep
cool.
because like it really does. It can impact like someone's whole life, like how they view their whole life. Like, you know, when they're when you're confident in your body, you see things in like a very different way. Do you know what I mean?
Man, the way you carry yourself, the way you dress,
the way you speak, like the way you,
people,
yeah,
your
I mean,
posture, your demeanor, everything's different now. So
everything's different.
Yeah, definitely.
No, that's serious.
Definitely.
So what would you say like is like a, I don't know, like a difficult part of being PT, like not so favorable parts?
I think there's a lot. To be honest, there is a lot. Time wasting is one.
In what sense? In what sense?
It's probably the same with every self-employed business, but people that maybe will come to you be like, yeah, let's start, but then they're not really. Yeah. So time wasting.
No time locking. Yeah, I hear you.
Inconsistency, because obviously I always say personal training is a privilege in the sense of it's not by force to have a personal trainer.
Yeah.
If you've got the funds for it, it's a privilege to have one.
Yeah.
But for a lot of people, it's not a necessity to have a personal trainer. So you've got to understand that as a PT, you're a privilege in someone's life. So there'll be points where they might drop you because, listen, I can't afford this for whatever. I don't know, Christmas or whatever.
That's
so
real.
There's a lot of inconsistency that you need to prepare for. So money management is crucial for that. Very, very crucial. You need to know, okay, this month let me chill. Yeah, this month let me let loose, because you just need to be smart about how you
gauge what's coming in. That's really interesting. That's so true, because
you got to gauge from it.
You know, when you think about it, it is a luxury, right? Like it's not a necessity. So of course, but I guess it depends. I guess who you target, because some people it is in a sense like I need to get right and I need someone to help me. But then for, I guess you could say you're quote unquote like, that's like, I guess your regular people, like it's not crucial. Like it's helpful, but it's not crucial. So it's important to have that mindset on it. Yeah, it's really like, and I guess it's like self-awareness of it as well, of knowing, okay, cool, like it's something that I do, it's luxury, but how do I make sure that it's so good that people need it?
The thing is, I think personally everyone needs a personal trainer, and I say that because even the best athletes in the world have trainers.
That's true.
The best coaches had a coach before, so everyone needs to be coached in some regard.
That's true.
Myself, I could do with a trainer.
Yeah,
everyone could always learn. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in that aspect, I think, although it might be a privilege, it's still a privilege that everyone would benefit from. Do you know what I mean? At the same time.
After the COVID years, you started doing your PT. It's flowing. How are you feeling at this point? Who was your first customer? How did that come about? The first ones were like, it's got to be memorable like that. Who was the first person who like paid you for your service? Because that's
funny though. I remember now as well. So when I got myself qualified, or when I started even training, before I even got qualified, when I started training, I used to go to this kebab shop across the road. Boss one was feeding me good. Good at it. You saw the gains coming through. He was my first client. So funny. He was my first client.
So what, like, he just shouted you like?
It's like, just looking like, every time I see you coming in here, you're just getting bigger. I was like, and then conversation. And then, next thing you know, just started training. Started training for a couple of months, lost a little bit of weight, and then just kicked on from there. But to touch on your previous question about after COVID, so after COVID is when I started to work in the gym. Completely different ball game.
Because now people are seeing, people
are seeing you, and now you've got a lot of things to focus on. So now I've got to teach classes, and I'm someone who's naturally quite shy. You've got 30 people staring at you, and you've got to teach a circuit class, and it's like. So it's a bit. But
you learn, but like in those uncomfortable moments, like you learn so much, right?
Fight or flight mode.
Fight or flight, yeah.
You just got.
You learn so much.
You just got to go for it. So
I'm assuming you went through the route of you're working at a gym, and then from there, like you help people, you do classes, you do so on and so forth.
Pretty much. You're on the gym floor. Just deal with member inquiries, helping out tidying equipment, classes and stuff like that. And
that's serious. And have you now gone like more like on like independent route now?
So not independent, I've just changed gyms, but I do independent on the side.
On the side as well, a combination too.
I'll have like a base, and then I'll still have private sessions that I travel to also as well.
That's good, man. That's
a combination of the two.
Yeah. Now that's serious. Like it's great to hear that. Like after that journey of seeing someone, helping them reach their goals, and then from there, I'm assuming the snowball just starts to build, right?
Yeah, literally just keep going on from there, and the more clients you have, the better you get at your job. I definitely think so as well. The definitely,
you get better.
Just practicing learning new techniques, different ways of motivating people, and you got to be adaptable as a PT. By that I mean you can't be the same person to everyone. You got to be different. So, for example, some people might need a stern hand. Some people might need just a little gentle encouragement. But you got to be adaptable to how they need to be motivated.
Yeah.
So that's another thing.
But how do you find that pocket of like, okay, this I guess you'd call it the discernment of knowing, okay, this person needs that, this person needs this. You just pick up on things, right?
You do pick up on things. I think naturally I'm quite chilled.
Yeah.
I'm quite laid back. But if you see people now taking that as a way to be a bit lazy, you got to remind them.
You remind them,
paying for a service, let's put in the work.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Nah, serious. I wanted to ask though, so like, what's it like being a personal trainer for like people in our community, like blacks? What's it like in terms of?
That's probably been a lot of my clientele.
Yeah.
Do you know? I'd probably say it's been a lot of my clientele.
Yeah.
It's cool, and obviously with a lot of them, I can relate to them culturally.
Exactly, so it helps.
So I know, for example, if I'm telling you to eat X, Y, and Z, but your mom's trying to make,
Yeah.
I know how it is.
Yeah, you know how it is.
I can relate to them culturally, and once you understand someone, you understand how to motivate them as well, and what motivates them. So I like to find people's reasons for training. And once I find your reason for training, it makes my process a lot easier.
Get aligned
so
those
now I know
reasons.
how to motivate you.
I
need to find your reason, your why, as in why you came to me, why you started. Once I know that,
we can
makes my life a lot easier.
I want to also ask as well, and the question that like I've always kind of had with being a PT, like, is there like, are the people who come for like a period of time and eventually they'll just like almost just need like the jump start of, okay, like all the basics in the gym, all the exercise, all the techniques, and then they'll go and fly on their own? Or are the people who like stay along the journey that's there? Or does it vary?
It varies. So I've had people like who they don't know how to do a press up, they don't know how to do anything. They've come to me and then, I don't know, after 6 months, they're ready to go and take on the world. And then I've got people who are strong, like proper strong, but they still come to me because they just won't do it by themselves. Laziness, motivation, whatever it is. So you get a mix and match. I think it's good to have a target audience, but don't limit yourself at the same time.
100%.
So even if you specialize in something, still be open to other people as well. I think it's key to just be versatile and open. Yeah.
Nah, serious, man. It's great. It's great to hear about that journey. Still, it's great. I want to jump into a few of the dilemmas.
Okay.
That we put out.
I think that you put out today. Isn't it? I'm curious to see what you got asked.
We have a couple still, and it'll be interesting to see. Of course, we put out the ask on our stories on our social channels, and a few people had got in touch. So let's go through them. So the first one is I'm a 24-year-old girl from London, and I'm going gym since I was 19.
Okay.
And over the past year, I've been consistent. But I struggle with the body, the dysmorphia. So like when I look in the mirror, I don't see any progress. Cool. And she goes on to say, but when I do see progress, I see it as unflattering or me being big. And I'm not really sure like how I should approach it, or I guess let me forward from that feeling. Is there anything that you'd say towards that? Yeah,
so I get what she's saying, and I've always said this to clients. Progress is very complex in terms of how you want to measure it.
Yeah.
I don't think you should look on just the scales for progress. So if you're pushing more weight today than you was once upon a time, that's progress.
Yeah.
If you're fitter today than you were yesterday, that's progress. If clothes fit nicer, that's progress. Do you know what I mean? If you just limit to how you look in the mirror, I don't know. Don't limit your progress to just one thing.
You see
when
visually,
you're excelling in other things as well.
Yeah.
So even if you're going for 5 years, it's 5 years of consistency. It's progress from day one.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? It's still progress. So it's all about how you interpret your journey, but always try and take some positives from what you're doing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You know, with the and the topic of body dysmorphia, is it something that you come across quite a lot?
I would say so. Yeah. I would say so. Yeah. It's natural because most people that come to you for personal training aren't happy with their body in some capacity.
Yeah.
And even when they are, like even myself, for example, when I've looked to most people, like, yeah, he's in shape, still thinking,
he's quite right. Yeah. Always
something's a bit,
your own cynic, innit?
To most people, be like, bro, chill out, man. Like, you've done enough, go home. And I'm just like, nah.
It's like, right, yeah. So it's small things.
It's naturally, I think everyone's in the gym for a reason. A big reason why we go to the gym is because we are not happy with how we look, or we want to change something. A lot of us aren't satisfied. It's just a cycle of life, innit? We just always want more. It's like just greed.
Nah, I hear you still. Nah, that's serious though.
Pure greed, but it is what it is.
Yeah. And the second one, cool. Also 24. I'm 24 as well, so I think all my friends, all the people, all random people, cool. So this one, I am a 24-year-old guy from London. I work out. I've been working out consistently in recent months, and I've been trying to stay in a calorie deficit. Yeah. In my weight loss journey, I've been seeing some progress, but I feel like where I'm not quite right is what I'm drinking, and eating as well. Okay. Could you offer any guidance or helpful drinks or fluids to be taken?
So with drinking, you'd be surprised how liquid calories can just stock up. So if you're doing, let's say, fizzy drinks, it's going to stock up. Or, I don't know, sugars in your tea, it's going to stock up. So just try and drink a lot of water. A lot of water. Boring, but listen, it gets it done.
It does done,
food-wise as well, just be careful with what you eat. I always say to people, a cheat day is very dangerous. A cheat meal is cool. A day, you can accumulate a lot of calories that will basically ruin your whole week's worth of hard work. So just be careful with that. Yeah, just be cautious with it.
Yeah, I think that's serious. I think I guess I'll have to start my my gym journey as well. Like now, I'm so I would say I'm conscious of like all the grams and all the like ingredients and everything I eat.
You're paranoid to everything. Now, you're looking at the back of everything.
Yeah, and there's like now, I'm deep in. And they put so much information back there, and they put everything that's on there back there. But like, you know, when you're not really caring, you're just flowing. But now it's like, I'm like, wow, like all this is there, and like in all the things that like you be eating on like an everyday basis, it's like all the information is really there.
Yeah,
it's just about applying it and do you know what I mean, making right decisions.
But I think I know I probably shouldn't say this as a PT. Yeah, I don't think it's healthy to always weigh your food, always track your calories.
Yeah, I don't weigh. I can't be asked to weigh.
I just think we're not trying to. Obviously, we're trying to promote a certain lifestyle, healthy lifestyle, but we're not trying to have you feeling, let's say, for example, you went 200 calories over what you should have had, and then all of a sudden you're starving yourself the next day. Yeah. Your relationship with food, whether you're trying to lose or put on weight, needs to be healthy. Always. Whether you're trying to lose or put on, it needs to be a healthy relationship with food. And you should never deem it as a punishment. So you shouldn't overeat, you shouldn't undereat intentionally to make yourself feel guilty or feel better about something. So you got to be careful. So I do say to people, if you want to use it as a way to measure progress, like your calories and stuff, I understand, but just do it with caution. Don't get too obsessive over it. Because then you're not going to enjoy the process, man. And if you're not enjoying something, you're done.
No, that's real still. That's serious still. So like, you know the element of, I want to touch upon this as well, on the element, so doing your personal training, I want to touch upon like the element of building the brand. Obviously via online and social media channels as well. When did you like, in your point of view, become intentional about like building a brand online on TikTok and like how you go about that?
So I've started to notice that, let's say, I'll go from maybe 2016, 2017 onwards. Social media is like your website in today's day and age. So your social media is everything. So you got to catch on to the trend and run with it. And for me, I'd say maybe after lockdowns when it really started to take off. I started my page back in, I think 2017. So a little while now. But I'd say only after lockdown it started to take off. But I've always been consistent. So anyone who's followed me back then will tell you. You will know. Like from when I had plaits to now, like I've always been consistent. So
when did you cut the plaits off?
I think I was like 19, 20.
Cut off. I feel you. I feel you still.
But it wasn't the one.
I
had to get rid of it. But
no, but that's serious though. Like I think there's so much I'd say value in like building an online brand. Like it can literally be 90% of your like revenue income through people seeing you online, people seeing you on Instagram or TikTok or whatever it may be. So that's it's huge, and it's good to see that that's been like a priority for you as well.
And I think you got to just latch on to you just got to keep up with the times. This is the thing now that's catching on. Like even recently, TikTok now is the most common thing. So I've just recently made the TikTok because this is what a lot of people.
This is where people are. You know what I mean, so you go towards the people, innit?
You just got to keep up.
100%. I want to touch on of course a recent like a moment online. You know the like a situation on Twitter.
I got so borrow notifications on my phone. I said,
God.
like, Jesus, man.
how did you feel about that whole moment? Like, how did you feel, like, from your point of view, honestly?
Luckily for myself,
Yeah.
I'm secure with myself.
Yeah, of course.
So if I was, let's say, insecure about the way I looked,
Yeah.
that would have been bad.
Yeah.
That would have been peak.
It would have got, yeah.
I understand not everyone's ideal body type is someone that's muscling, whatever, but I don't do it for them.
Yeah. You know what I mean? For you,
So
I mean,
it's
for
for myself.
you.
Yeah, so each to their own.
Yeah,
Each to their own.
yeah. I understand.
But I'm not really fast.
Yeah. It was good to see, like, a lot of people showing support and stuff in the comments and stuff. And
Yeah,
I'd
so
probably
it's-
say the support was probably more.
Yeah, the sport's nice, but I don't really let anything get to my head. So
Yeah.
even I know how this social media thing works. Today it's support. In 3 months' time, it could be fuck this PT. So do you know what I mean? So whether I don't get too excited, I don't get too down. It's just if you support me, thank you.
Yeah.
If not, just scroll past.
If not, yeah.
Just scroll past.
You get on with it. Nah, man. It's interesting, and that, of course, as I guess, like, on things like Twitter as well, like, everyone has their own preference, everyone has their own things, but I think a lot of people are saying that you don't need to project your own I guess preference on other people.
Yeah.
You've got your preference,
Yeah.
I got my preference, you got yours. You know what I mean?
No, I get you. Yeah.
Them got put on other people. So but that's online for you. That's never gonna change, isn't it?
The thing is with
That's never
Twitter,
gonna change, bro.
I've seen let's say dad bods, I think that's what it's called, get a lot of love.
Yeah.
I've seen skinny boys get a lot of love.
Yeah.
It just depends on the season.
exactly.
You know, it just depends on the season. So
Yeah.
you gotta take whatever someone says online with a pinch of salt. And
Yeah,
just
yeah.
focus, man.
Yeah, 100%.
That's it.
That's good, man. And obviously, I saw, like, a lot of people saying that, use that as good marketing.
Listen, as soon as I saw my thing was blowing up,
No.
the first thing I did was, I need a picture of my uniform. David Lloyd, bang, I'm based in West London.
Yeah, bro.
Shout me.
You got to. But
Literally.
during that time period though, was your phone going off like crazy? Like, was it mental?
So I remember now, I was at work.
Yeah.
So when this whole tweet came, I was at work.
Yeah.
And I'm just going on Snapchat. And it was one of my clients, but we're calling it. And he just text me, he's like, bro, they're roasting on Twitter. What the fuck did I do? What did I tweet? And then I've gone back. I just seen the videos just blowing up. It's got bare numbers, and I'm just looking through the quotes, and I'm like, say nothing. But like I said, luckily I'm confident within myself.
Yeah.
And it's important to be. But one thing you got to realize when you do fitness and you're posting your body out like half naked on the internet,
People are gonna
you're exposing yourself to, I don't know, his body's shit or he's too big or whatever.
Yeah.
It's natural. But if you're not confident in yourself,
Yeah.
it will get to you. So you just got to remember why you do this, what you do it for, and just carry on from there.
It's quite interesting. It's quite interesting that you mentioned that, actually. Because now, a scenario that's came to my mind. Yeah, let's say if you were to settle down soon, and the beautiful missus, future's all set. You guys on the same page. You guys are. I mean, you guys are smooth for the future.
This is going. No, I'll just see where this is going.
And then let's say, like, how would you feel if, like, the person you're with wasn't comfortable with you, like,
What, posting stuff online? Like being half naked and stuff.
Yeah. How do you feel about that, bro?
If I was doing it before you and you kind of knew that this was a thing,
You knew, you know.
it's a bit different to me all of a sudden doing it.
Starting it,
Do you know what I mean? And with my field of fitness, it just comes with it.
It's clear, it's part of it.
And you kind of, well, especially the way I've styled my content over the years, you kind of want to be a role model for what you're promoting. So obviously if I'm promoting a certain lifestyle,
You got to show
I need
that.
to look and promote that lifestyle to other people as well.
100%.
So
Yeah.
they just hopefully have to be understanding with what I'm promoting. It's not just because I'm doing it out of
I mean,
vanity. It's just because this is part of my industry.
It's part,
part of the
it's
industry.
your lifestyle as well. So
Literally
it's
that,
bigger than
so,
that.
yeah.
So you never put what you're doing aside for women.
No, I don't, because this isn't just work for me. I enjoy what I do.
Yeah.
I love what I do.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have that support
Then
doing what I love. And
No, I think that makes sense. That makes sense. It just came to mind because you mentioned you put your body online, so it came to mind. Nah,
It is, you gotta be. People come for you on the internet,
bro. Yeah,
people come for you. You gotta be just like
Yeah.
strong minded.
Yeah.
As I always say to people, if you're gonna do social media, especially in this field of fitness where you're exposing your body, I'm posting pictures naked, like half topless and whatever, or I should say half naked, whatever.
Yeah.
Be prepared for what people gotta say.
100%.
Yeah, be prepared for what people gotta say.
And I think that even goes wider with with life in general. Like, whenever you put anything out there into the world, you have to be prepared for what people say. That's just life. Like, even for example, this pod, like, you put it out there into the world, people can like scrutinize it. People can say, "That's poor conversation, bro."
Yeah.
People say, "Oh no, but like,
if you now stop this because of this pod, you're limiting yourself.
Do you know what I mean?
So you got to carry it
limits,
on.
so you have to. Do you know what I mean?
Got to carry it on. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's and that is super interesting still. But let's get into some hot topics, man. Let's get the hot topic lineup, man. Yeah. Have you been seeing like all of the car fest recently?
Yeah, man.
What's going on there, man?
It's crazy. You just got to be careful in London, man.
London's
like even all over UK, but
you
just got to be careful. Like this is not safe. It's not
Bro,
safe. Especially when you got money.
Yeah,
you got to be careful, man.
I'm seeing like even when like even the windows are tinted, you guys like you never know what's in there. Like you guys are just, you know what I mean?
And just literally just grabbing things and just running off with it. Like you got to be careful, but what can we do? What can we do, man? This society nowadays.
Yeah,
it's just not safe.
You just got to try to protect your stuff. Yeah,
literally, it's just not safe. So
protect your things that are like. You know what you see and you know what you value, put it in the right places and hope for the best. Nah, that's serious though. I've been seeing like a lot of it. I'm actually on TikTok as well. I'm like, wow, like
cars are just getting blammed.
Yeah.
It's mad, bro.
Nah, yeah.
It's mad still.
There's been a lot of it as well. There's an interesting one though. I've heard about it. So, over the past week or so, Rishi Sunak, he has announced plans to cut health benefits.
Is it when he was talking about sick? No, was it sick pay? No, I saw this recently. He was talking about a sick note.
Yeah,
he wanted to make it harder to get a sick note.
Yeah, so there's a few bits. Yeah, cool. So the sick notes, and then you also got the mental health benefits. So people who don't work, but it's due to their like mental health. So like mental health and anxiety. There's a lot of people, of course, who don't work because it's so bad that they aren't able to work function. But he's saying that in total,
he's basically saying go to work.
Yeah, he's basically saying that in total, it's costing the UK 850 billion a year to fund the people, of course, who aren't working with mental health things. Now he's saying, of course, there's people who genuinely cannot work because it's I'd say a severe issue. But he's saying that there are people on the spectrum who, you guys are really okay, bro. Like, if you guys got serious, you guys could work, but you're taking them out of the system. Yeah. How do you feel about it?
So I do think there's a mixture. So I'll put it like this. I do think naturally nowadays there's more self-diagnosis. So people will say that they're depressed or they're suffering from anxiety. I think a bit more now. And you know, let's say when I was younger and I was learning about this in psychology, like with depression, for example, you need to be prescribed antidepressants or you need to go through cognitive behavioral therapy to cure your depression and stuff like that. Nowadays, a lot of people diagnose themselves as depressed. But I think what he's doing is being a bit dismissive to people's problems. And you need to be sensitive to people's problems. If they feel like they're not able to work, offer them that time, and just try and offer them the help. Like, okay, if you're not able to work, that's fine, but at least try and offer them something, counselling or whatever. Because I think it's even hard to get diagnosis for certain things as well. Waiting lists and stuff like that.
Waiting lists, exactly.
So I just think be a bit more open minded to people's problems. I do understand there are people taking libbies,
of course,
naturally, but
that's human beings, isn't it? And I did see, like, of course, he's open to offering like counselling and stuff to help people, but essentially saying we can't have this many people on mental health benefits because the economy is going to slip, and it's costing the economy so much every year, 850 billion a year.
But put money to one side. Cool. Let's just say you got people going to work. What if suicide rates go up? So what do you care about more? And let's be real, we probably know what answer it is for them, because you can only be for them. If I take my life today, the government, they don't affect me. Do you know what I mean?
But you're costing them money.
But if I'm costing them money,
they care about that, boy.
Well, I won't pay my taxes. Best believe they're calling me. Do you know what I mean? So
they care about that.
But society issues, I think, just be a bit more sensitive to them is what I'd say for him in regards to people's mental well-being. Because if you're not correct up here when you go to work and you're given, you know, half-hearted effort, and you end up getting sacked,
then either, isn't it?
You end up getting sacked. Then do you know what I mean? It's true. Up either way.
And he was also saying, like, it also has a huge impact on the taxpayer as well, because the reason why you're seeing the taxes go up as well, because there's now there's more to cover now, because there's more people who are self-diagnosing, as you mentioned. So it's kind of like a cycle of like, they're not happy, we ain't happy, no one's happy, bro. Do you know what I mean?
No one's happy. You just got to find, the thing is, you can't make anyone happy, but what he can do is just try to be a bit more sensitive to people's feelings. We all know that people maybe self-diagnose themselves as, you know, as suffering from anxiety or as depressed or whatever. We know that, but even if they're not diagnosed, it doesn't mean they're not going through stuff. It doesn't mean that you should just force them into work. They're still going through X, Y, and Z. Even without a diagnosis, still offer them that time off that they need or a helping hand. So
100%.
I hear his stance to an extent, but it's a bit insensitive to other people actually going through stuff. So
it's true. I think we're interested in like and see how it you know what happens, and if those cuts actually happen, see how it like impacts the economy as well. It'll be very interesting to see.
It'll be up for, man. We'll see.
We'll see. But we will touch upon some ball things though. Obviously it was a huge weekend. Huge weekend, but as we look forward now though, 3 games left of the season. How do you feel about our chance of a title, man?
My head is telling me City.
Yeah.
The common sense is telling me Man City.
Yeah.
The passion is telling me, no, we can do it.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do it.
Do you know what? Never say never, man.
Yeah.
Never say never in football.
And like, if we lose hope, then what's the point of football, man?
Do you know what I mean?
There's no hope in football.
I've got to keep that little percentage in me that thinks we might win it.
Yeah.
So
it's something that could happen.
What about you? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking, a bit like as you mentioned, I think City gonna win the league. That's just like, I mean, and like you got to deep it. Like they have motivation as well.
Yeah.
Like 4 years in a row, has never been done before in the Premier League.
It's crazy, man.
So like, they also have their motivation for it as well. Also, you got Haaland who came back against Nottingham Forest. He came on and scored, and now he's gonna be fit for the rest of the season. He's gonna be fluent for the rest of the season. So I just feel like they're I'd say the biggest challenges. I think they'll get over them. I think they'll overcome them. Whereas, and I just don't think it'll be enough. But like I did see like an interesting tweet a bit earlier during the afternoon, and it said that Pep has already lost 3 league titles.
I think I see.
You probably saw the tweet. Yeah.
It was I think it was Jose's Madrid team.
Yep.
I think it was Conte's Chelsea team.
That's it, Chelsea team.
And I think Klopp's Liverpool team. That
all three of those teams all got 90 plus points.
It's crazy, but this is the standard.
That's the standard with Pep.
This is the standard. Man.
Arsenal this season, and the max we can get is 89,
which is still good.
It's still good.
It's still good.
It's probably not enough.
Yeah.
So it does go to show, that with Pep, he sets the standard so high.
I want to ask you something. Do you think Arteta could win the league with Pep still here?
Yeah, but it will take our squad reaching another level that we aren't there yet. In terms of another a level of, when I say squad, our starting 11 is good enough, I think. But I think our squad in terms of certain games where he has to rotate players and certain games where he needs like fresh ideas or fresh impetus, we don't have that. Like City were able to bring Jack Grealish, he's been injured for a lot of the season, right? Yeah. But he came back and his impact, you've seen it in terms of he's got fresh ideas and fresh impetus that's helped them in certain games this season. So it goes to show that like having players like beyond your starting 11 who can help you is crucial. Yeah. You know, when you want to go against a Pep team and really do it. But now I think about it though, that Chelsea team under Conte, that team is like, cracky, how did they do it? But I think
the team weren't that good, man.
Yeah, it was good.
They weren't that good. They had like Marcus Alonso and
Diego
Victor
Costa,
Moses.
Hazard,
that front
Pedro, Kante, Matic.
Fabregas might have been there.
Yeah, he was there as well.
Maybe Conte was there.
Yeah, he was there. Like prime Conte as well. Was there. You still had David Luiz, Cahill,
Azpilicueta was decent.
Courtois, or top team.
But I don't think it was a great Chelsea team.
I think the reason why they won it though is because Pep's team, it wasn't there yet. It was a good team, but like he wasn't there yet.
I agree.
Like he wasn't like his Pep team yet. So that's why like they almost like sneaked the league title before he got serious. Because
I agree.
If they came in like during his top tenure, I don't think they would have done anything. Do you know what I mean? No. So like it goes to show the standard they need to beat a City team, man. That's the standard, bro.
This is what we got to aspire to, and I don't think we're far off. And I think in recent years, I know people talk about the trophies, but I think you should always look at where he picked up the club, and what was his initial expectations. When he came in, we weren't expecting him to win the league. Yeah, we were expecting him to just get us up. We was 8th when he took the job. Yeah, I'd say this is the first season where we've expected Arteta to challenge.
Yeah.
Because last season we finished second, but no one really expected
No one
us
expected us to go for the title, yeah.
This year we spent nearly £200 million in the summer, so that comes with a lot of expectation. And this is the first year where we've been expected to compete, and we have.
Yeah.
We might be unlucky. Next year we need to go and win it.
Yeah.
We need to go and win it. So that's the mindset we got to have.
100%, man. Yeah. And we'll see how the title running goes, man. And we'll see how the title running goes. Hopefully, we're praying that we get over the line. Because I feel like if you look at our team and what we've done this season, it deserves another league title.
I don't even think City have been great this year.
We've scored the most goals.
Yeah.
Look at most clean sheets.
Yep.
At least conceded. Like, we're the best team, but if you don't win it, you don't win it.
It means nothing.
It means nothing. It means nothing. It's just nice stats on Twitter, bro.
Trophy, yeah.
It's just nice stats on Twitter. Yeah.
That's the thing. So
it's just nice stats on Twitter, but
real life, man. So we'll just have to see. But it's not impossible. Yeah. I'm relatively optimistic, but I would say I'm about 80% Man City probably to win the league.
Yeah. So we'll see what goes still. But as we look through like and the rest of this year, we got summer months that are coming up as well. How are you feeling about your fitness journey, PT journey, as you look forward into summer? How are you feeling?
Very very happy actually. I'd say very happy. I think I've put in work recent years especially, and it's now really starting to really take off. So I can improve a lot more, and I will do. But I'm quite happy, I'd say, with how things are going, and I think in the near future, summer gone beyond, will be good. Hopefully, dropping some new ideas and new things to release soon, which I'll get into on socials when that time comes. But
100%.
Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah,
100%.
I'm happy.
I did actually want to ask you, this one question, and it comes off the thing that we spoke about earlier about Twitter. It's really interesting. As obviously, like, it's clear that you are serious about your fitness, serious about your health, about growing. Do you feel like some girls ever get like intimidated by it because you're so like you're serious about your like it's not a joke to you? You think it ever impacts that or not really to you?
Maybe. To be honest, you'd have to ask. I don't know. I think with guys it can do.
Yeah.
Because like, I'll have like, let's say for example, I've been accused of steroids so many times. It's crazy. So many times.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And I think people are kind of hoping for me to come and say one day, I'm taking steroids, because then I think they'll feel a bit more.
A bit better at that. Okay, I'm not as good as him. That's why
he's a cheater. He's a cheater. That's why he looks like that. I don't take nothing.
All natural.
So from day one
exactly
till now, about 7.5 years training, I don't take any steroids. I've never tried pre-workout. Don't do creatine. I've had a handful of shakes in my life. So
like, are you into protein shakes then? Do you think they're impactful?
Take them for convenience. Don't rely on them. If you're someone that can't cook 4 times a day, I hear it. Do you know what I mean? It's easy to just grab a shake and mix up and then go from there. But if you've got the time to cook something, I'd always give me chicken over powder. That's just my fault.
I hear you.
But take them for convenience. And if you maybe struggle with getting, all of these calories for your food and whatever, then it's a good way to get your calories in liquid form. Do you know what I mean? It's a good alternative, but it's not a necessity for me. What I hate, one question I hate, when I get a new client and then they ask me, okay, so what protein shake do I need to buy? I hate this question. I don't like this question.
Because it's like, it's so much bigger than that. Like, it's not about that, right?
Because it comes to me saying, okay, what food shall I buy? Do you know what I mean? Comes to me, what food shall I buy? I want to know what's the right things for me to eat. Not what protein shake should I get. Let's sort out your nutrition. Let's make it a habit. Let's focus on that.
And that first.
Because you won't need that if you're doing this correct.
That's real.
You won't need it if you're doing that correct.
That's real. So, I've been a victim of that, I'll be real. Of like you come into the fitness game like, cool, I got pattern protein shakes.
It's not even. It's
I got
everyone.
My supplements. Is that bro?
But you know, I don't blame you. I blame our industry for making you think this is what you need. Because this is what. I get it, because obviously, listen, people are trying to sell a product. And maybe they've got brand deals and whatever. But this isn't a fundamental to build a muscle. You don't need to go and have shakes. It can be helpful. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a necessity. But I understand people are trying to monetize and build a product. So
no, that's serious, man. That's serious. The protein shakes things is it's something you hear a lot of. But as you say, like you can get enough in your diet, of course, if you eat right. But if you want to supplement your diet every now and again, is there?
You can do your thing.
It's an option. It's an option. No, I appreciate you for jumping on, bro. It was really good to hear about the journey from the start, how you got into fitness and how he's grown and built from there, man. This is
man. Hopefully we'll just keep going to the top.
Man, keep going, man. Amen, man. Yeah, man. Of course, guys, if you like that episode, ensure that you like, you comment, and subscribe. Of course, got more I guess conversations coming with people who have an interesting story. People who do interesting things that are worth speaking about, man. So of course, ensure that you like, you comment, subscribe. We've got more episodes coming up, and have a blessed week, man. Peace. See ya.